Now let's look at the first idea strategy, which is to start with you. Many people start side hustles because they come across an opportunity, or they realize that something is hot in the market, or they know that there's good money in it. And all of these are fine, and in fact, we'll even be sharing other methods of coming up with ideas. However, regardless of what type of side hustle or business that you're starting, the absolute best strategy is always to start with you. What this means is to do something that you are already familiar with. Doing what you know makes it easier to get started and makes you feel more confident, and also makes you more potentially successful. And most of all, it makes it more enjoyable. Side hustles that are just about the money don't have as much power as ones that are about the meaning. The three main aspects of you that can open doors to opportunity for a side hustle include your expertise, your talents and passions, and your network. So let's look at each of these in more detail. First, let's look at your expertise. What things do you have expertise in? This can be any type of knowledge that you know a lot about, or any experience that you have that's unusual or extensive. And in order for it to be expertise, you only have to know more than some group of other people who would want to know what you know. You do not have to be the leading expert. You just have to be an expert to someone. So, is there any skill you have that might be unusual, even if you don't consider it an expertise? So this could be something as simple as having the best method for making a cookie. It could be anything. And what experience do you have in your career, for instance? How long have you been doing it? And have you done anything that's unusual? Have you learned anything from your career or in your life that you could branch out and do on your own as a side business? Or maybe you have a hobby that you know a lot about or have become highly skilled at. Another question to ask is, what accomplishments, awards, or accolades have you received? What measurable or desirable results have you achieved in your life or in your business or in your career that someone else could learn from you and duplicate? What have you overcome in your personal life? Did you learn anything from it that you could teach to others or use to help people who are facing the same challenges? Is there something that you've had to learn the hard way or over a really long period of time that you could compile into some sort of ultimate resource for someone else? What projects, technologies, systems, or processes have you worked with or have you created? If you aren't coming up with a lot of answers to these questions, ask yourself, what do your friends or family or peers ask you for help with all the time? What are you like the go-to person for? So make sure you're going through the worksheet and writing down your ideas about this. So next you're going to look at talents and passions. What are you uniquely good at? What comes easily and naturally for you that might be difficult for other people? More importantly, what do you love to do that you get lost in, or that you would do for free just for the joy of it? And what other competencies do you have that you really enjoy doing? Like whether it's writing or art or marketing or software or being a leader or being good with people, being creative, organized, whatever it is, write it down. And then look at your network. What or who do you have easy access to? Do you have contacts, friends, or connections with anyone in an industry that could help you create a side hustle or open a door for you? Are you a part of any group, association, organization, or industry that gives you access to information, resources, or places where you could sell your product or service? Who do you know personally that you could contact to ask for advice or recommendations related to your side hustle? Who do you know of that you don't necessarily know personally, but that you could make some sort of a connection through someone else that you know in your network and connect to this person who could play that same role of making a recommendation, opening a door, or connecting you to who you really need? And then also, how else could you think of to take advantage of whatever current situation you're in, whatever you have access to from where you are right now in your life, and even thinking back to maybe an old career or people you knew when you were younger. Just really challenge yourself to brainstorm what you could get your paws on, who you could connect to. Because again, the most powerful resource that you have access to when coming up with the best idea for a side hustle that's going to be successful is you. And so you want to capitalize on everything you have, all the resources you have within you and that you have access to. And if your side hustle can be found in this place, you just gave yourself a major advantage. Now, again, there are tons of other ways to come up with side hustles. So that's what we're going to get into next.